Every year, about 1.5 million fractures in the United States are caused by osteoporosis. A broken hip in a person over 70 carries a one-year mortality rate of up to 30%. And the truly sobering part is that most people have no idea their bones are weakening until they break one. Osteoporosis, which means porous bones, is often called a silent disease because it develops without symptoms. But it is not inevitable. And even if you already have some bone loss, you can slow it, stop it, and in some cases partially reverse it. Today we're covering everything you need to know about bone health after 60, how bone loss happens, what puts you at risk, and the proven strategies that genuinely protect and strengthen your skeleton. Bone is living tissue. Throughout your life, your body constantly breaks down old bone and builds new bone through a process called remodeling. Up until about age 30, you build more than you break down. After that, the balance gradually shifts. In women, the drop in estrogen at menopause dramatically accelerates bone loss. Up to 20% of bone density can be lost in the first 5 to 7 years after menopause. In men, declining testosterone has a similar though slower effect. Osteopenia is the term for mild bone loss, a warning stage before osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is diagnosed when bone density falls below a defined threshold, significantly increasing fracture risk. The bones most commonly affected are the spine, hip, and wrist. Spinal fractures can cause the stooped posture many people associate with aging, but it's not inevitable. Calcium is the primary mineral in bone. Adults over 50 need 200 milligrams per day from all sources combined. Food sources are always preferable. Dairy products, canned sardines and salmon with bones, leafy greens like kale and bok choy, fortified plant milks, almonds, and white beans. If diet doesn't fully cover your needs, calcium citrate supplements are better absorbed than calcium carbonate, particularly for older adults with reduced stomach acid. Don't take more than 500 milligrams in one dose as absorption is limited. But here is the critical point. Calcium cannot be absorbed without vitamin D. They work as a team. Vitamin D3 supplementation of 1,000 to 2,000 IU daily is recommended for most older adults, with blood level testing to determine optimal dosing. Vitamin K2 is the third member of this team. It activates proteins that direct calcium into bones rather than allowing it to deposit in arteries. Found in fermented foods like natto and some cheeses, or available as a supplement. Exercise is arguably the most powerful tool for bone health, and specifically weight-bearing and resistance exercise. Bone responds to mechanical stress by becoming denser. The more load you put on bone, the stronger it becomes. Walking is weight-bearing and beneficial, but it primarily loads the legs and hips. For comprehensive bone health, you need resistance training, exercises that load the muscles attached to bones throughout the body. This means squats, lunges, step-ups, and resistance band exercises for lower body, and rowing, pressing, and pulling movements for upper body and spine. Multiple clinical trials have shown that resistance training significantly increases bone mineral density in postmenopausal women and older men. Even those who already have osteoporosis. Impact activities like dancing, hiking on uneven terrain, and low-impact aerobics also benefit bone by providing varied mechanical loading. Swimming and cycling, while excellent for cardiovascular health, provide minimal bone benefit as they are non-weight-bearing. Aim for resistance training 2 to 3 times per week. Even 20 minutes per session, done consistently, makes a measurable difference over months. Several common habits accelerate bone loss and are worth addressing directly. Smoking reduces bone density and impairs the activity of bone-building cells. Smokers have significantly higher fracture risk than non-smokers. Excessive alcohol, more than 2 drinks daily, interferes with calcium absorption and disrupts the hormones that regulate bone metabolism. Carbonated soft drinks, particularly colas, contain phosphoric acid, which can increase calcium excretion. High sodium intake also increases the amount of calcium lost through urine. Certain medications are significant bone loss contributors. Long-term use of corticosteroids like prednisone, proton pump inhibitors for acid reflux, and some antidepressants can all reduce bone density. If you take any of these long-term, discuss bone protection strategies with your doctor. Prolonged sitting is harmful. Bones need regular loading through movement to maintain density. Even short standing and walking breaks throughout the day contribute to bone health. Bone density is measured with a DEXA scan, a quick, painless imaging test that takes about 10 minutes. The National Osteoporosis Foundation recommends screening for all women aged 65 and older and all men aged 70 and older. Screening is recommended earlier if you have significant risk factors. Results are reported as a T-score. Above -1 is normal. Between -1 and -2.5 is osteopenia. Below -2.5 is osteoporosis. If you're diagnosed with osteoporosis, several medication options are highly effective. Bisphosphonates, denosumab, and newer anabolic agents can significantly reduce fracture risk. These are for your doctor to discuss based on your specific situation. They work best alongside the lifestyle strategies we've covered today. Strong bones matter enormously, but fall prevention is equally important. A bone that never experiences a fall is a bone that doesn't fracture. Balance training, exercises like single-leg standing, tai chi, and heel-to-toe walking significantly reduces fall risk. Remove trip hazards at home, loose rugs, poor lighting, cluttered pathways. Install grab bars in the bathroom. Wear supportive, non-slip footwear. Have your vision checked regularly. Poor vision is a major fall risk factor. Review your medications with your doctor. Many common drugs, including sleep aids, blood pressure medications, and antihistamines, can cause dizziness and increase fall risk. Your bones are not a fixed structure. They are living tissue that responds to what you do and what you eat at any age. The strategies we covered today, adequate calcium and vitamin D, resistance exercise, eliminating bone-depleting habits, and fall prevention, are not complicated, but they require consistency. Start with what's most accessible today: a walk, a glass of milk, or a handful of almonds. A call to your doctor about a DEXA scan if you haven't had one. Strong bones give you independence. They let you live the life you want on your own terms for decades to come. As always, please consult your doctor before starting a new exercise program or taking new supplements, especially if you have existing osteoporosis or bone conditions. See you in the next video.